This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Check 50, check 50.
Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw is Manning. And his first look is incomplete. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Manning now on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Zebra.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Zebra.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Manning. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Zebra.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, pushing his way inside the 40.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. A first down carry for Davis. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go get another. Let's go get another. Come on. Hey, 0-0-0. Move the team.
On second down, Davis. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now out come the Giants. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Receiver.
Manning now on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15 and a first.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down, here's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Manning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On second down, Wilson. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Get it, baby. Let's go. Oh. 12. Run left.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On third down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
On third down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Manning. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And Davis with it left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A quick hitter complete. It's Shepard. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Manning throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. And it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing is Manning on third down. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Eli, not something you see a lot, sporting the wheels and picking up the first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Manning. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Manning now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Zebra.
From the gun, it's Manning. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Again, it's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Frank Clark, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Manning. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Now Wilson on second down. He shakes it off. Incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Unfortunate. That one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Play action. It's Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he's got his man, Beckham, touchdown Giants. Odell Beckham from 4 yards out, and the Giants are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked up by Alec Ogletree. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 65 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Manning will try again on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. Now Manning. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Barkevious Mingo coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. On 1st down, Wilson on the move to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and we'll still get the 1st down. They love being physical. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Right back to him on 1st down. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
New York set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Giants on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Zebra.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Manning to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. One final try now from Manning. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dante Fowler in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Reset. Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Reset.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Goff, buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Richmond.
Watson now to throw. Caught here by Griffin. And he gets it down to the 32. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
We're good.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. DJ Reader in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down. Let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pick catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Watson on 1st down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now it's Watson, setting up the screen for Miller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Now Watson dancing to his left. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Watson being chased out left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Rams have got it back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On 1st down, it's gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a first down throw, gone. Rolling to his right, throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and now it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Dumps it off to Gurley, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 76, tell him. 76.
From the 50, it's gone. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Goff steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. To throw on second down is Goff. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Goff on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, second and goal. Here's Goff. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tiger, Tiger. 12.
Again, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Higbee in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are in for 6. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Pretty move. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to face a third down.
Here we go, Torres. Here we go. Merlin.
From the gun, here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Goff now to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Out of the gun. Goff. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. On first down, Goff. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Goff on first down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Goff. This is intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Hopkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, here's Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he will have a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On first down, Watson. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
To throw on second is Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Watson. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Black 99, feel it. Come back, come back. Richmond.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Everett there complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
Here we go. DC.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Goff. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Come back!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ndamukong Suh coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Check 26. Target.
From the gun, here's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hot. 180. Ric Flair.
Goff going to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
2nd and 10. Goff again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, 76. 76.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff rolling to his left. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop it.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
On 1st and 10, Watson forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throwing now, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that will write a finish to this ball game.